welcome back. It's Lorraine again. First I must apologise yet again that the last video, part 2, ended abruptly. I really need to sort out the camera and how I can prolong the recording because it just shuts off. So I need to sort out. Excuse me, I'm just letting the dog out, or one of the dogs. So anyway, today this is a flip through of the finished journal. Where we left last time, there was still the front and the back cover and the inside back cover to do, and I've completed those, and the journal's now ready for the swap. So I'll just do a quick flip through and hopefully you'll like it. Please leave comments, some feedback would be really useful because we're all just work in progress and learning from what we're doing, so it's good to get some feedback. So the closure is just a simple ribbon and it just unfastens and you can pull it completely off if you wish. So this is the cover that I've made. If you remember, I'd done a cover upside down, so I've covered that now, and what I've done, I've made just a topper and glued it onto the front of the cover. So the topper, I've edged the spine front with some lovely cotton crocheted vintage lace. I've used pink cardstock as the base of the topper, and I've put some lovely vintage style lace at this edge as well. And what I've done, I've layered up a book page and some paper, some digital paper, and kept a scalloped edge onto that. I've used some rickrack ribbon along the bottom to pick up the pinks, and here some sequins that are iridescent pink, and I thought that they looked really nice and just added a little bit of something. Here I've just die cut 2 flower pieces and topped that with a green ribbon. And that just finished it off, I think. I'll go to the back because that was unfinished last time, and all I've done is I've covered with this piece of vintage style cardstock. I've covered the upside down cover, and I've edged it with this lovely cotton crocheted lace. So that's the back finished. So if I start now, the inside front cover is a big pocket made with the same pink cardstock as the front, and I've put in a pocket here at the bottom, and inside that pocket are 2 small tags, and in the large pocket at the back is a large journaling tag. And on the front of that I've just done a little cluster with the handmade paper and a little topper. Here we have some of the paper from the kit that I've used, stenciling and stamping on all the coffee dyed pages, a corner tuck spot here with a little cluster made from hessian, a little die cut flower and an antique button, and inside is a tag with a pocket inside there and a large journaling tag as well inside that. So more coffee dyed paper and paper from Tina from Shabby Doodah, I think that one's from. Coffee dyed paper again, and this is a double belly band, one tuck spot here I've just put in a journal cabinet card for journal space, and at the back another tuck spot in that belly band and a large journal card. The journal cards have both been stitched around the edges as well. And on top of the front piece of the belly band I've just put a little card and decoupaged papers with a butterfly and flower motif, and it's a little tuck spot. So inside of the little tuck spot are 2 of the tickets. More digital papers, and then this pocket is a cardstock, and on top of that I've decoupaged a napkin to match the colours. It's a lovely texture on this. And inside of this pocket is a journal card that's made from some beautiful, I don't know if you can see the shimmer on this, journal card, and it's got a crocheted lace tab and another little journal tag made from lovely papers that I've had in my card stack for quite a while, and again it's edged with the sequins, the iridescent sequins and ribbons on the top. And here we have a little paper edged tuck spot that I've put a ticket on, and inside is a tag that's been collaged with music paper, and it's been distressed with vintage photo ink and a die cut butterfly with bling on, and a little heart. It's got something on it. A little card heart. In fact, there might be 2 in there, not just the one. That I thought was quite sweet. There we go. This is a little antique ephemera. It's French. I'm not sure what it is. My French is not very good. But there you go. And then this one is a folding, I don't know what you call them, flip pocket thing. I don't know what you call it. But it's made from lovely papers from my card stack, and it opens up like this. So there's a triple flip, there's 4 sections to this, and the front one has a pocket on it with a couple of tags inside, and this one has a corner pocket with decoupaged roses and butterflies on from a napkin, and a tag for journaling. And this is coffee dyed paper, and it's stitched in to make a little notebook. And I've reinforced this edge because this is the edge that will probably get quite a lot of wear, so I've just put some washi tape on that edge, and I'm just leaving that clipped in there with a giant paper clip. Some more lovely digital papers, some more stenciling, another corner pocket, and on the front of that is a little cluster, a vintage print with music and book page on the front of it, with another die cut flower, and inside 2 tags that I've made. Just pure journaling space that I've left, and here I've got just a hard card page flip, and on the front of that I've put a pocket with a little cluster on there with a little ephemera tag that I don't know where it came from, I'm sorry, a little bit of music paper and lace, and inside is a tag with decoupage book page and a butterfly. And then on this page there's a larger tag tucked behind this envelope paper, and this is again something that I've made, and it's got a pocket on the front, and inside there I've put a collage tag and a little tag that I've made from some papers that I've got. And And this little envelope flip thing is just journaling paper. So I've just put it on the edge there and clipped it with a paper clip so that it can just sit there. And on this side I've tucked behind another large tag that's got some stitching around the edges there. And one more, please. The dogs, in and out, in and out, in and out. So that's 2 out, 1 in. They're a nuisance. Some more digital paper from a kit. And the centre, I did leave it blank. I left it. I was going to cover it with something, but I didn't really want to do. And I've left the string from where the signature's been stitched in. I will actually put something on the end of these tags just to tidy them up. Another pocket that's been made from some digital paper that I've got, and it's got this little cluster made from the handmade paper and a journal tag and this lemony yellow rose. Inside of this pocket are 2 tags. This one's stitched around the edge and stencilled over and stamped. Another pocket on the other side of that card that I made, and it's got a little vintage cluster on there and a tag, a double tag that I've made of butterflies and some bling on. And then on this side, another pocket where I've used some book pages and some digital. This is from Shabby ChicVintage. Is it called Vintage, I think? Vintage or Nostalgia. And I've made that into a pocket where you've got another journal tag in there. And again, some stencilled coffee dyed paper that's been stamped over. I'm just checking the video that it hasn't switched off, but it hasn't, isn't it? So, this page I've done, this is from a book that I've got on tracing your family tree, family history, and it's a tuck spot. Actually it needs a tag inside there, but I'll put something in there. And it flips down so that you've got some journaling space. And again, some stenciling and stamping, and this tag that was a freebie from Artie Mays on there. And a horizontal belly band, and I've glued on a giant butterfly, and again that's from Nostalgia, the kit. And I've just added some bling down the centre, and inside there is this large journaling space that's come from the family history book as well. I've added a vintage tag here. This is stencilled underneath and stitched around, and I've added a vintage tag, pocket, vintage pocket, and inside is a journaling tag that's been stitched around the edges. Another pocket that I've made from some digital paper and stamped up with just a script stamp, and inside of the pocket 2 journaling cards, come tags, and here at the front there's a tiny little pocket that I've used up, and I've just put this tiny little thing in there. Again, some coffee stained paper with stenciling and stamping on the back of the digital papers. And here's a little corner double pocket made up with some digital paper, again from my stash that I've had for years. And inside is a giant tag. And the tag has got Hessian tab on the top, and that's stitched onto there. And another tag stitched again around the edges. It's a beautiful card, is that roses, and it's backed with music paper. So there's lots of spaces for your journaling and adding little bits, you know, adding your own ephemera. It's going to be a beautiful journal to use, I think, is this. Here I've just fixed a little cluster onto this coffee stained paper that I've stamped up, and it's on handmade paper with an old book page and a tiny tag that I've got from somewhere out of my stash, and a little card, bit of bling. Another pocket from, again, the papers that I've had in my stash forever. This page is stitched around the edge, and the pocket has a tag, a journaling tag inside of there, and the tiny little envelope that I made from some kit or another. And that just sits in there. More digital paper and coffee stained paper that's been stamped. Here is the quadruple tag pocket flippy thing, and I couldn't remember the last video, the lady whose video I'd watched and whose tutorial I'd got this idea from, and it's Angela Kerr, and you must have a look for Angela Kerr because she does some absolutely beautiful things, and she's really gracious and shares lots of tutorials, and I've only just found her really on YouTube and already learning so much from her. So this has got a pocket here at the front. You can tuck behind that pocket as well, and again another pocket here, another pocket there, here, and the top one, and behind that's got a double tag on with a ball pin, and they're not sealed at the bottom, so you can actually get a large tag in at the top and it will come to the bottom, but I have glued it at the bottom so it won't come all the way through, you won't lose it at the bottom. And I think that's such a simple and yet such a lovely idea. And it's got a little cluster here with some cotton crocheted lace and buttons. I've stamped a rose on it and added the bling to match the colours on the buttons. And this is the inside back page, and for part of the swap, one of the instructions was to have a bag or an envelope on the back that you could put in some ephemera or bits of card, things that you've used perhaps that somebody who's going to get this journal can use up. So this little glassine bag, I love the sound of them, is filled with tags and card and lots of nice goodies. So somebody's going to be lucky, I think, getting this journal. I think it's really sweet. And on the back I've just covered with this paper and again cotton crocheted lace. So that's it, that's the journal completed. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my videos. I do again apologise for my amateurish attempts at videos, but we all have to start and learn from somewhere, and I hope that I will get better and things will improve on the video frontage. But please leave comments, leave some feedback if you like this. Please just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and help me grow in this hobby, or should I call it an addiction that it's become. So thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.